Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and this is my TBR for VaLITines Round 2. VaLITines is a readathon taking place all throughout the month of February, which is the 1st to the 29th this year because it's a leap year. And there is a wonderful bingo board full of challenges. If you've been here for more than a hot minute, you know that I like to black out bingo boards, so I'm going to see what I can do. However, I am doing 2 other readathons this month, so there is some crossover between those TBRs, and I will link those down below. Not all of the spaces on the bingo board are spaces that are prompts for books. Some of them are self-care, like read your book in the bath, or use hashtag VaLITines anywhere on social media, those types of things. But for the prompts that actually have to do with picking up a book, I've picked a book for almost every single one of the prompts. So I'm gonna go through those prompts. I'm gonna need to look at my notebook because there's a lot of them, and I'm gonna tell you what I plan to pick up for them. First, I want you to do a reread of an old favorite. I think for this one I'm going to end up rereading Looking for Alaska because I am finally watching the mini-series. I watched the first 3 episodes the other day, was really enjoying it, and looking forward to watching the rest of the episodes. The second prompt is Black History Month. Read something by a Black author with a Black protagonist. For that, I'm going to read War Girls. The next prompt is to read something in your comfort zone, and for this I'm going to pick up something very bookish, and that's The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. For a debut book, I'm going with The Way I Used to Be. This is heavily beloved by Allie from Hardback Hoarder, and I cannot wait to finally read it because I made my library buy it specifically so I could. For under 200 pages, I'm finally going to read Caroline's Heart by Austen Chant. I know nothing about this book besides it's by Austen Chant, and I love him, so I must read it. The only other thing I've read by Austen Chant is Peter Darling, and that is a trans retelling of the Peter Pan story, so I like his writing and I can't wait to finally get to this. The next is a book that is part of a trilogy, and I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be a trilogy or not, but War Girls is the start of a series. Whether or not it's just a duology or it's going to be more than a trilogy, I don't know, because the first book just came out, but there is a second book announced, so maybe this will count, maybe it won't. There's another book further down my list that is also the first in a series, and I don't know if that's a trilogy or not, so hopefully one of them will end up being part of a trilogy. The next challenge is to fulfill a prompt from any other readathon happening in February, and since I've already made TBR videos for 2 other readathons happening in February, check. I'm gonna do that. Next is to read something from your library, and I'm actually picking up The Dark Fantastic, Race and Imagination from Harry Potter to Hunger Games. This is a nonfiction book that I have had my eye on for quite a while, and this is just the perfect time to finally read it. The next prompt I don't have a specific book for. It's to read something that somebody else hates. I'm sure that there's somebody out there that hates one of the books on this list, so if that's you and you hate any of the books I'm mentioning, let me know so I can know for sure that I have fulfilled this prompt. The next is recommended by a friend, and for this I'm just going to use The Dark Fantastic because Adriana over at Perpetual Pages loves this book, raved about this book, and I consider Adriana a friend, so I'm gonna go with that. The next prompt is something that is new to your TBR, and for this I'm going to go with the graphic novel Abbott. This is set in 1970s Detroit, and there's a supernatural cult thing happening, and I cannot wait to read it. Next is to read a book over 400 pages, and War Girls is doing so much work on this TBR. The next prompt I don't have a book for, so I want you to give me some suggestions down in the comments below. It's a book that's out of your comfort zone. So if you know there's going to be a book that I'm going to be uncomfortable reading, let me know. The next prompt is the start or continuation of a series, and for that I'm going to pick up the Bromance Book Club. I've been wanting to read this for so long and I have no idea why I haven't yet. We get busy, that's why, but I feel like I should have already read this. This is about a guy whose marriage is on the rocks because he's not doing the things in bed that he should be doing, and him and his friends get a book club together and they read romance novels to figure out how to be better lovers. And I love that premise so much, and I'm so excited for it. This is the book that I mentioned earlier that is the start of a series, but I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy. Next we have the prompt of something that represents you, and for that I'm going to use All the Better Part of Me because the main character is bi, and so am I. The penultimate prompt, which is really difficult to say, is a book that was a cover by, and I didn't actually pay money for this, but I feel like it's in the spirit of it, and that again is War Girls because that cover is so gorgeous. I really didn't know anything about this book before picking it up besides it looked amazing and I wanted it. And then finally we want to read a graphic novel, and I've already mentioned one, that was Abbott, so I've already covered that. This is going to be a fun month. There's going to be Twitter sprints, I'm going to do at least one of those. There's Instagram challenge, I'm also doing one of those. There's going to be video challenges by the main set of hosts, so check those out in the future. I am so excited. This was such a blast last year and I'm so excited to do it again. Are you participating? Let me know about it down in the comments below. below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!